Matilda.
Ah, Claire. It's been a while since we've spoken like this.
It really has. I was dreadfully worried about you after Desai took you captive. Thanks be to the Mother that you're safe and sound.
No, thank you, Claire. It was your relentless fighting that put Desai's machinations to an end.
I know what it's like to be held prisoner. I remember how small my cell was in the southern outpost. I could hardly sleep at night for fear of what might happen to me. But when I imagine what you went through, and how long you endured...
You have a good heart, Claire. It means everything to me to know you cared so deeply. But I was never afraid. I knew in my heart that Clive would come for me.
You truly are strong, Matilda. I hope that I might learn from your courage.
And I from your kindness.
Lady Matilda, is something amiss? You've been looking at me so intently. I would ask that you speak your mind.
Forgive me, I didn't mean to stare. I just cannot help but notice how much you've changed.
Me? In what way?
Do you recall the last time we spoke like this? You were so compassionate. Recently, I've taken note of how you look out for everyone around you. You're there for them before they even think to ask for help. You've grown into a fine woman.
Really? I hadn't noticed. Also, I think you may be imagining it.
But you just proved it.
I did?
The old Claire would have snapped at the suggestion she'd done any growing up. You always did hate being treated as a child, even when it was the case.
What? That simply isn't true. Well, maybe it's a little true. Lady Matilda?
Hello, Claire. Do you need something? It's not often you come to me looking for conversation.
Something you told me before has been foremost in my mind of late.
And what is that?
You said I'd grown into a fine woman, but then I started thinking about it. It's not so much that I grew up as that I had to leave part of myself behind. I miss the old days when Clive and Fernand and I lived in the castle. Being a Knight of Zofia was hard work, but I was basically carefree. If ever I became cheeky with you, it's because I was happy. But then the war came and crushed all of our dreams. I grew up thinking that the world revolved around me. But now I feel it's just spinning madly about for absolutely no reason at all.
Claire.
I know. You're going to tell me this is what it means to grow up. But I miss the part of me that believed things would always turn out all right.
You may mourn it all you like, Claire. But such loss is part of growing up. And it's turned you into a fine woman.
Thank you, Matilda.
And by the way, whoever said that our dreams have been crushed? It's true that things don't always turn out the way we want them to. But we can still find other ways to realize our desires. Just because you see the world for what it is, doesn't mean you have to give up.
I suppose you're right. I have to be stronger. Clive needs me to keep my chin up after all.
You will be happy again one day, Claire. I promise you this. And Clive and I intend to be part of that happiness.
I hope so.
I know so. And feel free to lean on me more, okay? After all, we'll be sisters someday.
If you keep being this nice, I suppose I'll allow it.
Thank goodness for that.